Hi friends, I am Rijo Joseph and welcome to our channel. Today let me start this video by asking you a question. What do you enjoy more, sitting in silence or sitting in a noisy environment? Today, you and I live in a world which is full of noise and we somehow has normalized the whole thing. We feel it is okay to be in a noisy environment. And somehow we have misunderstood or we have totally lost the whole idea of sitting in silence. Today, we are so accustomed of filling our free time with the noises that we have forgotten the advantages of silence. So here in this today's video, I'm going to tell you 6 advantages of being in silence. So let's begin. The first advantage is silence encourages mindfulness. Silence can set the stage for practicing mindfulness in our life. If you ask me what is mindfulness, well, mindfulness is the state of totally being present in the present moment. And it has a lot of advantages in our life. Being mindful and being aware of what is happening in the present can keep us away from anxiety, can quieten our racing thoughts, and can benefit our physical health even. Being mindful helps us to settle down in our mind and body and helps us to calm our nervous system. But silence, my friends, is a prerequisite to practice mindfulness. Silence means there should not be any noise, there should not be any music playing around. You and your silence are the only things which are needed to be mindfully present in the present moment. If you really want to know how to practice mindfulness, I will suggest you a wonderful book titled The Power of Now by Eckart Tolle. I would highly recommend this book to all my viewers. If you want to know the gist of this book and my learnings from the book, I have also made a video on this particular book. I will post the link in the comment section. Please go ahead and watch this video. The second advantage of sitting in silence is that it promotes self-awareness. Dear friends, silence can help you increase your self-awareness by giving you a chance to be with your own thoughts, to be with your own self, and to make you understand about your own self in a better way. It gives you a chance to observe your thoughts. It gives you a chance to analyze your thoughts. It gives you a chance to understand your own thoughts in a better way. When you're sitting in stillness and silence, you become more aware of your body, your mind, your soul, your thoughts running around in your mind, and even your breath. Now comes a question that how does it help us knowing about all these details about our own self? Well, when we come to know about the details of our mind, body, soul, and the thoughts running in our mind, what we can do is you can ask yourself some questions compassionately and without judgment. And you can try to know yourself better. After sitting in silence for 5 minutes, you can ask yourself these questions. Well, what kind of feelings fill me up when I am sitting in silence? Am I calm? Am I at peace? Or am I worried? Am I anxious? Or am I bored? The answer to these questions will help you to put you in touch with your feelings and your emotions. And once you are in touch with your feelings and your emotions, you can try or start to control your feelings and emotions. And you become a balanced person. The third advantage is that silence stimulates brain cells. Quietening your mind and sitting in stillness and silence can help you boost your brain cells or boost your brain power. According to a study conducted on mice in 2013, researchers observed that when mice were kept in silent environment for 2 hours daily, what happened was that they started regenerating the cells in the hippocampus region of the brain. They even observed that in this period of silence, the generation of new cells in the hippocampus of mice were almost at a greater speed than normal environment. Now let me tell you that hippocampus in your brain is the region which is responsible for your memory, which is responsible for your emotions, and which is responsible for your ability to learn. So after listening to this fact, you can understand that why it makes sense to meditate in silence. Why the people who meditate regularly are better with ability to understand, with their emotional control or with their intelligence. Well, I would suggest that no matter even if you are a student or even if you are a sportsman or a middle-aged person or an old-age person, what you should be doing is taking out some time in the day to sit in silence, to regenerate your brain cells so that your ability to understand things becomes better, your ability to learn things become better, your ability to control your emotions is far better than what you are doing right now. The fourth advantage is that it relieves stress. We all feel stressed time to time, especially in this era when we have long working hours, or when we have to take up multiple jobs, or just because of so many thoughts cluttering in our brain or passing through our brain every minute. But silence can help us decrease the stress level by decreasing the cortisol adrenaline level in our body. Now, what is cortisol adrenaline? Well, cortisol adrenaline is also known as a stress hormone in our body. Cortisol adrenaline increases the sugar in the bloodstream or increases the heart rate and even elevates your blood pressure. Various studies have proved today that 2 minutes of silence is more calming and far better than listening to relaxing music. Because sitting in silence and calming down brings about a change in your blood pressure and change in the blood circulation to your brain. When we allow ourselves to sit in silence, we allow our brains to hit the reset button and rejuvenate itself or regenerate itself. These actions of regeneration and rejuvenation at the brain level helps you bring down the anxiety, helps you bring down the worries, and helps you bring down all the disturbing factors that you are going through. The fifth advantage of sitting in silence is that it helps with information processing. May I ask you, what is the role of CPU in a computer? CPU in a computer processes all the data that we have entered into the computer to give us the output. Same is the case with our brain. Our brain needs time to relax, to understand, and to process the data that we have entered into our own selves. Our brain needs time to file away the data that it has already learned, to make space to learn new information. And all this can happen only when we allow ourselves to sit in silence. During the day, whenever you are creating an atmosphere of silence and allowing yourself to sit in stillness, what you are doing is you are giving time to your brain to process any new information entering into it. And this time given for processing the new information is going to result in more clarity in your thoughts, in more clarity and understanding of the things in a far better way. The last advantage of sitting in silence is that it boosts creativity. Author Maggie Dent, in her book titled Saving Our Children from Our Chaotic World, says, creativity is an enormous benefit of silence and stillness. The zone of inspiration and creativity needs an environment of calmness, an environment of silence. The zone of creativity also needs our body to be at rest, also needs our body to be at calm, also needs our brain to be relaxed totally. And that can only happen when we are sitting in silence. And there is a lot of valid proof that whoever in this world is innovative, is creative, practices a lot of silence in his life. Silence holds a very important place in their life. So dear friends, understanding the value of silence in our life and understanding how important it is to remain in silence and stillness, let's take a vow that from tomorrow or today itself maybe, we are going to sit at least for 15 minutes in silence. And once you practice sitting in silence for 15 minutes a day for a month, please come back and do tell us that how has it changed our life. We would love to read your comments. That will be an inspiration for the others to follow the same. On this note, I take a leave. Goodbye and God bless you.